Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's a cold one, guys.
What? Cold? Where? I never. Yep, it's nippy.
It's nippy. I've been out here since, look at there, even red on my face. I've been up since 4:50 this morning. Went to bed at about midnight.
And no need for it.
And
That's
my
crazy
eyes just opened. And I got to work. I got out of bed, got me one of them there monsters, and said, well, let's get her done. I got up and edited the first video for the kitchen. It's coming out today. It will probably be out before, well, right after this video. I think I'll put this one out first. Then I'll put that one out a little bit later on, probably about 1, 2 o'clock, somewhere around there. It turned out amazing.
Oh.
It's a great video, guys. It's one of my best ones in a while, I'll say that. I was happy with the way it came together. It's very entertaining, very good shots, and you're going to feel like you are literally right there with me holding the wood. Come on, it's a good time. These guys right here are actually hitting the road today. I think they're going to Mama V's first, trying to knock out a couple of things for her before they get back on the road, and then they are headed back to the ridge.
Yep. Gotta get back to the ridge. We've been gone playing around long enough.
Yep, about 2 weeks. So we did that. Also, we got a new light installed in the outdoor kitchen. Well, I call it outdoor kitchen. It's tiny house kitchen now.
Right. It's all indoors.
Yeah, actually put a new light in this morning too. Got Uber fired up, warmed up, and all of that with the editing and everything else before these guys even woke up. They woke up and like, man, what you been up to?
See, what happened was...
He said, these come on mountain hours are crazy. He said, you work at some random times.
That bed was comfy and warm, and you're not going to, it's a pretty rare occasion you're going to catch me with my eyes open at 4:30 in the morning. It just ain't happening.
Yeah, but when they get up, they get up. So we went ahead and did something. The reason why Uber was crunk up this morning, if you missed the live last night, we went live. It was a fun live.
Oh, it was a great time.
And congratulations to these guys, and congratulations to y'all for making it happen.
Y'all, here you go. Hats off to y'all. Thank you so much.
These guys hit 7,000 subscribers last night, guys. 7,000. We was trying to get it done during the live, but we was a couple short, about 20
I didn't
short.
think I could count that high.
Yeah. Not without one of them calculator.
Man.
We was trying to get it done on the live, but we didn't actually make it on the live. We was about 20 short, but I knew that all my people that rewatch the lives and watch the lives later because they got stuff going on and stuff would come through, and they came through swinging. Plop, plop, plop. Got these guys to 7,000. So epic, monumental milestone for the YouTube thing.
Yeah, it's huge for us. I mean, and honestly, it's been happening so quick. Like it wasn't too long ago. We had just hit the 5,000, and we had been looking at 5,000, going, man, it's going to be a while. You know, you talk to everybody, and it's like, hey, you got 2 or 3 years. Don't worry about it. You'll get there. And all of a sudden, boom! It was like everybody showed up and said, nah, we don't want you to wait. Do it now.
Yeah, and these guys deserve it. They put the work in. They work hard. They got really good content, really good personalities, really good people, and just, doing the kind of same thing I'm doing here, working on their dream and bringing you guys along with them. So thank you all that went over there and subscribed. And if you haven't yet, I will put the tag somewhere right there. Hold on. Well, let me cover that. There you go. Cover him up, and then I'll go boom.
Nobody got time to see this.
All right, guys. Uber.
What are we looking at?
Uber don't look the same, guys. Uber lost some weight. Uber says springtime's coming, and Tim's always talking about his old fat bottom and all this other stuff. Look at this.
What happened?
Uber looks completely different.
Wi-Fi engaged.
Yeah, Uber has lost her stinger. Yep, check that out. I actually talked about this a little bit last night on the live. We got out and unhooked it and went ahead and rehooked up, because in order to hook up the backhoe, you got to disconnect the 3-point on here, and it actually wasn't too bad, was it?
No. It I mean, luckily, like, I've got one on mine too, and I've had it on and off several times. And this one's actually easier because of the mounting system on it. So, a little bit of wiggling here and there.
A wiggle it, just a little bit. Yeah, it's basically, you got your 2 pins right here that stabilize and hold it in. But if you look right down there, there's a little U shape right there. That right there is where this piece right here sets in. And then it just pins there. And you got 2 hoses that actually run it. It's not that big of a deal. The hardest part, honestly, is getting the pins out of here, because it's pretty tight, and you got to get it right just in that sweet spot. I mean, you got to twerk
There's
it.
no little left, no little right, no little up and down. It's got to be right there.
Yeah. As soon as you see that little pin just jiggle a little bit, you can start spinning it and working it out. So it wasn't too bad. It's definitely easier with 2 people. I'm not going to lie, guys. I've been intimidated about taking this off by myself for a long time. This backhoe is heavy, guys. These frame mounted ones right here, they got some weight to them.
They don't play around. They're pretty serious.
Yeah, and you can pin yourself, hurt yourself. You can get yourself in a bad situation, especially with the way that they got it. You got to kind of be in between the outrigger and the tractor in order to do your disconnecting. So it's just easier. So with your lines and stuff, once you do get it to break free and lift up a little bit, then you got to pull the tractor out. And in order to even get to the hydraulic lines to disconnect them. So it's a lot easier just to pull up and say, hold, creep, truck, creep, hold, truck, and then disconnect the lines and pull on out. But the reason why I did this, guys, is I made some phone calls and stuff yesterday, because y'all know we were winding down on the inside of the tiny house. Today with the kitchen will be done. It's just really just organizing it and putting the food in and that kind of stuff, and a little touch-up paint and stuff. Nothing major. Definitely by the end of the night. I say night because I'll work around the clock until it's done, because I'm ready to close that project out. And then also burn some 1x4s and stuff to get started on the bathroom trim and stuff first thing in the morning. I'm trying to get the inside of the tiny house knocked out before I move to my outdoor projects. And yeah, this is a big one that I need for the outdoor projects. And this cylinder right, found out yesterday they want $1,300 before taxes and shipping for this cylinder right here. And these guys, as I figured, are welded on. There is no taking them off and all of that. I told the guy at the Mahindra service center yesterday on the phone. Now I know why they welded it, because they want $1,300 for the cylinder. They're going to make sure that if you break that, and that is the furthest out part of your backhoe. So
yeah,
it's not if you're going to break one, it's when you're going to break one. That's why they don't put a cage on there, and that's why they weld them, so you have no choice but to pretty much get a new cylinder, unless you know better. I happen to know better. I'm going to take it to a machine shop. I'm going to pop this cylinder off. It's literally take this bolt out right here, pull that pin, same thing down there. I'm going to take the cylinder to a machine shop, get them to grind this off, weld a new 90 on there with a nut. Oh, I wasn't showing y'all. Grind that off, weld a new 90 on there with a nut. That way, if it ever breaks again, you can unscrew it and put a new, like it should have been done to begin with.
And it still blows my mind, and I was looking to see why they would put them on the outside. I mean, obviously, it's to get more money.
Yeah.
But
yeah, why not put it on the side, like right here?
Side, and you could possibly, and this is something that maybe you check it out when you get it back on, see if you've got the clearance without ruin, and put those on the inside.
Yeah. Yeah, because all it's doing is transferring fluid.
Right.
Fluid. That's what I call it, fluid.
So you just got to look and see. The only thing, and your bucket's almost all the way curled.
Yeah.
The only one this one I think would be fine to be on the inside, but that one might be hitting the arm, and then you'd end up breaking it again. So, you know, those people engineer things. You gotta love engineers.
Yeah, engineer.
Guess who don't ever work on them?
It looks good on paper.
Right.
It looks good on paper. Probably what's going to end up happening, guys, is I'm probably going to come off of the actual frame right here and build a case around it. And I'll put some little tabs or something on here and do some through bolts. That way I can remove the case the cage around it if I need to, because this arm right here is just steel. It ain't hurting nothing to weld to it, grind to it, and everything. And honestly, guys, I could take some bridging and a little bit of flat stock and maybe a little bit of that corrugated metal that y'all see me make a barbecue grill out of for Freedom Weekend. That way it's kind of see-through and all that good stuff, so I can see what's going on in there.
Right.
And just kind of fab something up in a couple hours or whatever. So I might even pull some measurements when I make that trip to Florida. I'm taking the trailer with me, and I'm going to be welding some stuff onto the heavy duty trailer. That's going to make my life a lot easier. And it's going to be a really big upgrade for that trailer. I'm going to take my brother some rocks from Arkansas for decorating his yard, and he's going to send me back with a trailer full of steel.
There's rocks in Arkansas?
Yeah, well, there are one or two.
I've never seen them.
Yep. Well, I think you're about to trip on one. Yeah, so I might actually pull some measurements and just go ahead and make the cage at my brother's house, because he's got a full steel company, all the equipment, all of the machines and stuff like that. And then when I get back, all I will have to do is actually weld the tabs on, you know, with my little setup. But worst case scenario, I could build it myself. I do got a full torch setup now, and I also got a welder that's capable of welding this kind of stuff now. So
nice.
No big deal. And the welder's got to come out anyways, guys, because I got to get that sawmill fixed, because I need to do some milling for the tiny house on the outside there, because there's changes coming to that as well, but I'm not spilling those yet. But it's been redesigned, ain't it?
Oh, it's...
Yeah. It's going to be a good change.
You know, I remember he was telling me the initial setup, and then I was, you know, it takes me a little bit to vision things. But I finally set my brain on, okay, I could see it. And then we started doing stuff, and we're like, no, we can't see it anymore. We gotta redraw this, and clouds in the smoke, be booping.
What you doing, Midnight? Midnight's feeling frisky this morning. Midnight. What are you doing? What are you doing? Get him, Midnight. Yeah, I don't know what that was about, but you look like you was having fun.
Yeah.
Domino. Good morning. Domino's been up for a while. He's looking for some snacks. We just had some good breakfast. Tara was in there getting her done. She made what? Bacon, sausage, ham,
cheese,
tomato, egg sandwiches. That's a whole lot of stuff on a sandwich, guys. The fact that she feeds us like that, it's amazing that we got anything done. I'm not gonna lie.
I have to force myself to work, because you know, David's only getting to enjoy this for a few days.
Yep.
I have it every single day, y'all.
Yep.
Like it's, I have been blessed with the most amazing wife. And, you know, I was never a breakfast person, because, well, if it was cereal or a cereal bar, I could hit it out the road. I didn't have that time to sit there and whip up all this stuff, but she does it every single morning. I got a hot breakfast.
Even if you ain't hungry, she's going to shove it in your face and make you eat it. So they really ain't got a choice.
No, you don't.
You don't have a choice.
Shut up and color and shove a fork in your mouth.
You better act right.
Yeah.
She'll crack that whip on you. But yeah, it's already been a very productive morning, guys, and it's only 7 o'clock. So we've been actually killing it this morning, really getting a good head start. Of course, we got bad weather coming again, and we at this time of year right now, we're only getting about 3 days of decent weather and 4 days of bad weather. So,
and it's that season. I mean, we know it. I mean, it's like this will be our second spring coming into here in Arkansas, and we knew even last year it was like, you know, being our first year, we're like, will it ever stop raining? Because the test was, and you were excited, if you had 4 days in a row that it didn't rain, you won the lottery. Like, just enjoy it.
Most of the time the odds are against you.
Yeah, they're
as far as that, and you got to take advantage of clear skies like this.
Oh, it is gorgeous. Yeah. We got to do stuff. I mean, unfortunately, I'm gonna spend most of my day in the truck driving home, but
yeah. That's another reason why I want to get the 1x4s burnt for the trim in the bathroom, because it is going to be a beautiful day. And the thing about some of these projects, guys, with burning and polyurethane and stuff like that, you have dry time, and that takes a whole day and everything else. So you got to take advantage of these days, because it ain't going to dry in the rain, I promise you that.
No.
So today, main goal is get those burnt, get those polyurethane. That way they are good to go for in the morning, and even if it's raining, I can get up underneath the lean-to and be cutting and shoveling, because I don't mind, you know what I mean, getting a little bit of wet or whatever.
Dodge a few raindrops, that ain't bad. But
I'm not
stand out
sugar.
in it constant, ain't nobody got time for that.
I'm not sugar. I'm not gonna melt. Trust me. So, and that I really want to get the initial trim and stuff done in the bathroom. That way, the inside of the tiny house is just complete. There is some custom work that'll happen, like the barn sliding doors, the custom shelves behind the toilet and stuff like that. But that's just decoration, want to type stuff.
Well, and those are perfect. You know, at this point, like the main structure stuff is done. So now it's, you know, and we've done it even with our own house. Is they're rainy day projects.
Yep.
Stuff that you can pop in and out of the rain to make a cut, and then get back inside and be able to put the stuff up, because you don't, I mean, granted, I guess we could buy rain gear and be weird and work in the rain for no apparent reason, because it's not that mandatory.
But I don't know if you've bought any tools lately, but you don't want to work in the rain with your tools.
No.
You know, because they're proud of everything, guys, just like that cylinder. I was honestly looking at the cylinders, because I was like, well, if it's $200-300, which is a lot in my opinion for that cylinder to begin with, it ain't like it's some big massive, you know, a dozer cylinder or something.
Right.
You know, I was thinking $250-300, and if it was, I was going to go ahead and order one just to have an extra cylinder, because eventually it's going to start leaking and whatnot. And yeah, until they said $1,300, I said no, we're going to make that bulletproof.
I was a bit shocked myself. I mean, I've got a grater box that I put a new cylinder on, and I was trying to find a shop to rebuild the cylinder, and everyone was busy, so I just went to the tractor store and I bought one, and I think it was like $175.
Yeah.
And it's not as long as that one, but it's actually a wider cylinder. So
yeah, I was shocked. It shocked me. So I was just gonna try to order a new cylinder, swap that out, and then the same thing. I'd take that one to the, you know, the getting place over there at the machine shop and get them to fix it. And then I had a backup cylinder on hand, so a project didn't have to stop if something like that happened again. Because like I said, it's 2 bolts, you know. But yeah, wow. That didn't happen. $1,300. That's a little bit out my budget. So I think I'll do $150 or whatever and get it fixed at a machine shop. The reason why I'm not going to weld it and all of that and do all of that, because I don't have time, honestly. And also, you better know what you're doing welding on those cylinders, because if you don't got them just right and everything else, and you melt that stuff inside there, well, then you're going to spend $1,300.
Right.
Pretty much. So I'd rather give it to somebody, pay them $100, and if they screw it up, they're the ones that got to pay the $1,300. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just got to be preventative.
Well, and it's, you know, in situations like we are now, where sometimes it's like, hey, if I've got, you know, hey, I've got $100 that I can go throw and have it done, and it's actually an upgrade fix of how you want it done, is better, even if you have the tools, because we're not at a point where we're just finding projects to do.
If I had a full-blown
just
shop,
twiddling ourselves.
If I had a shop and my welders and all that other stuff was set up, I would pull the tractor in there, and in a couple hours we'd be running. But don't have a shop.
I'm not seeing a shop around it. Them little elves that build everything didn't do it yet. They're slacking.
I guess the magic's running out. Oh,
dang.
Nah, it's coming soon though, guys. But to set up to do a project like that, I mean, it takes a time to do that as well. So it is what it is, and Uber's about to be in the shop anyways at the doctor's office, so I might as well get both of them done at the same time.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to work out. But I think that's going to be about it, guys. We have jabbered on and showed y'all some stuff for the last 19 minutes. Let's get a view. Look how different Uber looks without the backup. But I'm very excited about it though, because now I know how to do it, and it's not as intimidating as I thought it was. I would like to use Uber for stuff like the auger and stuff like that when I got this fence project going, instead of the older tractors, just for more control and safety. The older tractors are great for box blading and bush hogging and stuff like that, but something where you're having to work it and all of that, and you want everything to be nice and nice and level and plumb and all of that other stuff, I think I'll have a lot more control with Uber than what I would, because lifts 3-point drops on its own. You know, a little bit of a hydraulic leak here or there, needs a couple new gaskets.
I mean, it might be a day or two old. It's probably earned its keep.
One or two. It ain't a spring chicken. It ain't a spring chicken. All right, guys, for real, we're out of here this time. Make sure that you do something nice for somebody, guys. Take a big step to your goal today. Go after it. Go get it. But also keep it real, guys. Love y'all. See you tomorrow.